Hey, what's going on? Matt Wasik here. Welcome to my channel. Basically, what I'm doing here is documenting my journey of building my digital marketing agency from basically ground zero up to 5 figures per month and in monthly recurring revenue, and then of course expanding into other income sources as well in due time. So, what I wanted to talk about today is basically three huge mistakes that a lot of people probably make. I know I made them for sure, especially with my first cold prospect client meeting for digital marketing. Happened a little bit with my first business in the landscaping industry as well. And it's something that plagues a lot of people, and it basically just you aren't even able to get any sales, and that's not good because a business without sales is not a business. It's worthless. It's just nothing. It's an idea sitting there. So the first part is just being extremely, extremely nervous. And this is something that really had just overwhelmed me so much. About 10 or 11 months ago, about the end of December last year, I had my first cold prospect meeting with a company. Well, the founders of a small company, basically. They were local and they found my ad on Craigslist because at that point in time I didn't really know how to run paid traffic or anything, but I was just trying to get a client doing whatever work I could for whomever it was. It wasn't narrowed down to any type of industry or anything like that. This particular company owned a website where well, long story short, they wanted to have a high ranking in for SEO stuff and then get more traffic so that way they can sell ad space to other businesses in that industry. I'm not going to say who it is or anything like that, but basically, long story short, they just wanted to increase their ranking, and obviously they're going to go find an SEO company that can do that. So I had initially met with them. This was the very first cold prospect meeting I ever had. Previous clients were basically people I'd already known at that point in time or had somewhat of a relationship with, and it was not like meeting two random people at a coffee shop or anything like that, like this particular meeting was. So I was really, really freaking nervous, even though I had met with hundreds and hundreds of people with my landscaping business to go meet with those prospective clients from the years 2011 through 2000 end of 2015, and that was like clockwork. And then I wait a year later or so, and then I freeze up pretty much at a client meeting for digital marketing. And one of the biggest takeaways you can get from just if you're super nervous and you get super nervous around a prospective client is that these are just people that are interested in your product or service. It's really just that simple. And you just need to get into the next parts of what I'm going to cover here and just explain that to them, and then you will be able to build rapport and build a relationship and be able to get business with these people if you realize that, hey, these are just people that are interested in your products or your services. And it's really that simple. It's pretty much the same exact thing as walking up to a girl and saying, hey, you're good looking, or something, and getting her to go out on a date with you. It's pretty much the same context. It's just different things that you're saying. But just remember, these are people. It's not like you're talking to a robot when you are communicating with a prospective client, trying to get them to sign on for your services. So something I still honestly struggle with a little bit is just the nervousness of and social anxiety that I've had for a long, long time of just all that combined into one thing, and worrying about, holy crap, I need to get this sale, I need to get some more money coming in, got to hit these goals, and there's a million things just get piled up in my mind. So that is probably one of the hardest things to get over when it comes to selling and doing all that and meeting with clients. Like, I can do a webinar. The first one I ever did was actually I was pretty nervous, but then after doing a couple of them, I wasn't nervous at all. I just knew that, hey, I just got to do this, and you're just talking to people and then getting their input at the end when they do Q&A. So it's something you just got to do it, and you get over it, and then boom, you can start getting better at it. So number two, though, this is something that a lot of people that do SEO or even do paid traffic management really, really struggle with, and me as well, especially in that first client meeting where you're just babbling on about techno jargon. No one cares about backlinks. No one cares about citations. They don't care about setting up on-page content or anything. They don't care about that at all. They just want to have their site get more traffic and get more customers and more prospective customers submitting their contact information on their website or calling them or emailing them or whatever it is that they do in order to get more clients. So that is all that they care about. Obviously, you want to explain a little bit of your process, but in the meeting I was in, I was going through like a monthly schedule. It was like a 6-page proposal that I printed out, and I actually had to go to like Office Max to get it printed out because I don't even use a printer anymore. I don't have one, and because there's no use for one, especially with a digital marketing company. Everything is all online. But I was just like flipping through these freaking papers and showing them, okay, so month 3 we do this, and they don't care. They don't care about that at all. Obviously, touch on it a little bit if they ask about your process, but if they're asking something like, oh, hey, how many backlinks do you build per month? One of the best things that you can say, because I've had clients ask that because they worked with other companies before that sold them on their services of X amount of backlinks per month. But if you're on Conquer or Upwork or whatever, selling or you're buying marketing services, like you're fulfilling or having them fulfill the services, that's when you worry about how many backlinks they're going to be doing, because you're the actual contractor, if you will, and you're hiring a subcontractor to do work for you. So that's when it matters. It really shouldn't matter to that client how many backlinks are being built, because one, it's about the quality, and two, quantities there a little bit as well, but it also depends on the competition, because if you're trying to get them ranked for Miami plastic surgeon, it's going to be a lot more that goes into it than trying to rank for lawn care in Billings, Montana, something like that. Something's probably not that competitive. So long story short, skip the technical babble, all that crap, because unless a customer is really engaged with how technical the stuff is and asking questions and actually staying active in your conversation, then just say, hey, this is kind of our process, this is what we do, glaze over it, but then move on to the next part. So now point number 3, and that is just plain not knowing what it is that you're selling. And really what it comes down to with a digital marketing agency and what it is that you are actually selling is a bridge. It's that simple. You got a cliff here, and then you have a cliff here. One side has prospective clients of your client, and then you have on this side is your client's business. And basically what your business does is builds a bridge in between those cliffs. And that is exactly what your company does, whether it's in the form of SEO or it's AdWords traffic or email marketing from existing clients that your client already has. It is literally just that. Now with other services and companies and stuff, that's a little bit different. But for digital marketing, because that's what this channel is mainly focused on, that is exactly what it is. It's really that simple. Obviously, though, you have to be well versed in what it is that you're selling, so that way you can explain the benefits. And if your client has questions on how stuff works, because a lot of them will, sometimes clients won't necessarily care. They don't care. They just want to have, I want more money coming in my business, and I want more customers, and I want more people on my website. And some clients are like that, and those are awesome to work with because they just don't care. Boom, sign right here and write the check. But otherwise, a lot of clients, I should say, will want to really know kind of the they don't want to go know super in depth with lookalike audiences and retargeting audiences and all that stuff, but they want to just understand that you are well versed in this. You know what you're doing. You know how you can do something that's going to benefit their company, because a lot of companies get just crap phone calls from either someone cold calling or it's a robot caller or someone overseas who can hardly speak any English, and they get calls for marketing services, and they're literally just trying to say, hey, we can get you on the first page of Google. But to most businesses, without understanding it, and especially in a 5-second time frame that you have to be able to understand or to be able to explain your benefits of your services, you're not going to be able to do it with that line right there. So you need to be, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but you just really need to be well versed, but you need to know how to explain the benefits of the service to your prospective clients, so that way that further entices them to want to actually sign on for services, and in turn you make money, and then you will get them more customers and allow them to make more money as well. If you guys got some value out of this video, be sure to leave a like down below, and also hit the subscribe button if you want to see my journey as I'm building my agency and everything that goes along with that. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.